Hey guys, Adrian here on the behalf of 2pg.com, your great source for two-player multiplayer games online where you can have fun, socialize, and brag, get achievements and ranks, all that good stuff. And today we're taking a look at PlazmaBurst 2. Now what's so special about this game, this is looking at the futuristic soldier. So it's not your typical shooter game, it's taking place in the future. You have some high-tech weaponry and all that stuff. And it's a tactical shooter. Now this is a one-player game, so keep that in mind. It uses the basic controls of like WASD or your arrow keys. You also use the spacebar, etc. to shoot, duck, all that stuff. So your main objective is to bob, weave, and go through and tactically take on the enemies on the map. It has a really interesting perspective. So the game is just about loaded here. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Like I said, it's placed in the future, so it has fun futuristic weapons here. You get to enter your name here. So for example, I can just put in my name, hit OK. We're going to join in here. We're going to let it load here, and you have this really, again, you can see here, it is a action game, so definitely a lot of shooting and all that. So you can see PlazmaBurst 2. You have a couple things here. You can go into campaign mode. They also have a multiplayer option, but that's available at their site. If you want to check that out, you can check that out. So for the most part, I like to play it as a one-player game. So I say that the main campaign is a one-player game. There's no co-op campaign. A multiplayer, on the other hand, you can check that out if you're more interested. You can adjust settings and performance, all that good stuff, and jump right into campaign here. You can adjust your character here, so you can go into battle suit, body color. You can really customize your look here, and you can also customize your equipment. Now, getting more money throughout the game, credits and all that, you get to adjust and upgrade your gun. So for example, you have the shotgun here, assault rifle, and you have a ton of other guns available here, all the grenades, defibrillator, all this crazy stuff. So it's definitely worth playing a lot, saving up the money, getting those credits, and upgrading your armor and equipment here. You can see you have 9 levels to jump through. We're going to go ahead and jump to level 1. Like I said, I like to just play the solo campaign mode for the most part, just a one-player game, but if you are interested, you can check out the multiplayer on their site here. You can see really interesting perspective of graphics. You use your mouse here to control and attack here. In this case, I have the knives here, so this is just the melee one. You can see here it takes place on multiple terrain. You're going to go through terrain like underground, through buildings, all this crazy stuff here. You can see you have enemies here with laser sights. So you definitely want to be careful here, and this is where action really ramps up. You'll notice you can actually destroy boxes and stuff like that, so you can actually destroy some of these things. Though, one tip you do want to be careful, obviously reason being that some of this stuff here is actually explosive and all that. So you can see you can climb on certain ledges here. You can see here this is a enemy over here, and you can go ahead and go fighting them here, and you can see action gets really crazy here. Now if you're noticing any performance or stutter like that, you may want to go in the menu in the top right here and adjust for so for example, if I hold the control key, I can press the button up here. Whoops, let me hold the control and click on here, so you can see you can actually go into the menu on the top over here, and if you go in here, this allows you to do graphics and gameplay. You may want to adjust those to low, for example, if you want to play on low, just in case you're having actual lag issues or anything like that. And they have tons of things you can actually adjust here, so keep that in mind there. If you need to adjust for whatever reason, you may do that. Now, for the most part, you want to try and hide behind cover here, because your enemies have ranged weapons early on, and it's going to be much harder for you to go face to face with them if you are obviously, what do you call that? Trying to run up and melee them. Now you use 1, 2, and 3 here, for example, to switch between your weapons. You can see I have a pistol here, I have an automatic weapon, and you also have that sword to start out with. So you can see here they're disposing of these little robots here. I can jump up here, sneak up behind them, and start taking my shots here, and you can see the action gets crazy. A little bit of slow-mo in there too, so it gets really creative here. And you can see you really want to stay away from that terrain. You want to stay away from those explosives, because they will get you killed. So that you can see that explosive took tons of my health there, so do be careful as you're running through, and try and avoid those explosive capsules or any sort of grenades, stuff like that. Any ledges that you can make it up to, you can actually jump and climb up. In other cases, you may just have to find different ways around. But you can see here there's even instances where you can actually swim. So there's a lot of different ways to approach different levels here. There's a lot of different terrain. You can pick up different items. So it is well worth exploring around the map before going on and engaging in a full-on battle. So keep that in mind. It really is a fun game. Again, it's very futuristic weapon style, really cool maps, and super easy controls. Again, you use your WASD. You're kind of jumping around the map and shooting on enemies. Really fun. And you can take, like I said, tactical approaches. So for example, if I can make it over here and try to shoot that explosive, then I can try and take out more damage on the enemies there, and then I can run along here and try and avoid the enemies. So again, really fun. You can see you're going to encounter all sorts of different enemies here. Really fun game. This is PlazmaBurst 2, available over here at 2pg.com.